Dear students, let us continue our discussion on feedback in amplifiers. In the last class, we have derived the expression for output impedance. So, also solved two problems on that. Let us say take one more problem. There is an amplifier of voltage gain 1000 and output impedance Z0 is equal to 12 kilo ohm. It is required to modify output impedance to 600 ohm by applying negative feedback. So, see the problem. They have given Z0, that is 12 kilo ohm, and also their desired output impedance should be there, that also given 600 ohm. 12 kilo ohm to it should be reduced to 600 ohm. So, what should be the feedback factor for applying the negative feedback? That we have to calculate beta, and also the percentage change in overall gain, that is DAF by AF we have to find out. For the 10% change in, that is DA by A, that is equal to 10%, that is equal to, you can write 0.1. 10% in the sense 10 divided by 100, that is 0.1. So they have given just mentioned as a change, not reduction or increment. So we can no need to put negative sign here, because in the last problem of this stability, that we have taken negative sign. Here we have mentioned only change. So just put 0.1. So first we will find out the beta by applying the formula Z0 F is equal to Z0 divided by 1 plus A beta. Then A is given, it is given, A is given, that is 1000. So Z0 is given 12 kilo, 12 into 10 to the power of 3. Excuse me, I'll write it here. Z0 F is also given, that is 600 ohm. Z0 is 12 into 10 to the power of 3, or 12,000 you can write. 1 plus A is given 1000 beta. Beta we don't do, right? So 600 plus 60,000 beta is equal to 12,000 you can write. Okay. 60,000 beta is equal to, it is not 60,000, it is 600 plus 5 zeros. 6 lakhs it is. If just multiplied this with this, 600 plus 1000 into 600, 6 lakhs it will be. So 12,000 minus 600, 11,400 it will be. So beta is equal to 11,400 divided by 6 and 5 zeros. Calculate using, that will come around 1.9% or 0.00019 or 1.9% will be the feedback factor. Okay. In the next, we have to find out DAF by AF using the same beta. Simplification, calculate using calculator. DAF, we have a formula, DAF by AF is equal to DA by A into 1 plus A beta. So DA by A is given, that is 0.1, 10% into 1 plus 1 by 1 plus A is 1000 and it is 0.019. So 0.1 divided by 1 plus 19, that is 20. So DAF by AF will be 0.1 by 20, 0.005 or 0.5%. So 0.5% and it was 1.9%. And it was 0.019, that means 1.9% it was. So 1.9% the change of dA by A, 0.1 and it is 0.5%. Okay, so by this we can tell with feedback the gain is more stable. Just a minute. No. It is 10%, right? Yes. The internal gain, it is 10% and it is 0.5%. So the change will be reduced to 0.5% from 10%. That means whenever open loop gain is subjected to a change of 10%, closed loop gain will be changed only 0.5%. So which is stable? Closed loop gain of the amplifier will be more stable. Okay. Okay, let us look into the frequency response of negative feedback amplifier. So in that, it's not properly visible, right? And let me draw with the. This is the block diagram. Sorry, this is the frequency response curve for the negative feedback amplifier. Open loop amplifier. See, usually the frequency response curve will be looking like this. So before applying the feedback, the gain is up to this and minus 3 dB, that is 0.707 AM will be here, and it is cutting the frequency at this point, and that is called as F1. And here at the upper cutoff frequency, the minus 3 dB line cuts the frequency here, that is F2. Okay. Now bandwidth will be what? This is before feedback. Before feedback, the gain is up to this. Okay, and 0.707 of AM will be here. That is the minus 3 dB frequency that you know, and that minus 3 dB line cuts the lower cutoff frequency at this point and upper cutoff frequency at this point. So bandwidth of amplifier, open loop amplifier, is F2 minus F1. Okay, see what happens as the frequency increases, the gain increases, and at one frequency it will become constant, right? So after applying the negative feedback, what is the effect on gain? Gain decreases, right? So gain decreases in the sense, if I am taking gain here somewhere, my gain is reduced up to this. The maximum gain I am getting after applying negative feedback is here, AFM I will call, and frequency is decreasing linearly. From this point, frequency is increasing linearly, and after the upper cutoff frequency, frequency is decreasing linearly. It is not a straight line like this, right? So whenever my gain reaches this point after applying negative feedback, and minus 3 dB will be minus 3 dB line for the negative feedback gain will be somewhere here. So that minus 3 dB line cuts the lower cutoff frequency F1 dash I will call, that is here. That means the lower cutoff frequency for the open loop amplifier was here, but whenever the gain is reduced after applying the negative feedback, as the frequency decreases with the lower cutoff frequency decreases with the decreasing gain, so it will be here in this point, but the upper cutoff frequency increases and reaches this point that I call as f2 dash. So bandwidth of BWF, bandwidth of the feedback. So this will be my curve of bandwidth. I'll just rub here so that you can distinguish between the two bandwidths. Here before feedback and after feedback, if I draw the frequency response curve for the amplifier, it will be somewhere here. The gain is decreased but the bandwidth is increased. So we can tell this bandwidth and gain, bandwidth after the feedback will be f2 dash minus f1 dash. So bandwidth and gain will be linearly changing. That means if the gain increases, bandwidth decreases. So if you take gain bandwidth product, this you will study in detail in the next coming chapters. Gain bandwidth product, that will be ABW of, this is gain without feedback, bandwidth without feedback, that will be equal to AF BW of, that is gain with feedback and bandwidth with feedback. In this case, after applying the negative feedback, gain decreases but bandwidth increases. This product will be constant if you take any point at this line. Gain is decreasing, bandwidth is increasing. Whenever it achieves unity gain, then both the bandwidths will be, that time also it will be calculated, that is gain bandwidth product is calculated when it is for unity gain. Unity gain amplifier, in the sense gain will be 1 and bandwidth, what will be there, that bandwidth is a reference for the other bandwidths. So here gain bandwidth product is constant, in the sense the gain will be, the bandwidth after feedback will be increasing by the factor 1 plus A beta, because the gain of the feedback amplifier decreases by the factor 1 plus A beta, and therefore the bandwidth will be increasing by the factor 1 plus A beta. You can also tell the upper cutoff frequency is increasing by the factor 1 plus A beta, and lower cutoff frequency is decreasing by the factor 1 plus A beta. So this is how the bandwidth of the amplifier affects with the feedback. So we have drawn the frequency response curve for both before feedback and after feedback. This is a very important question and asked in this examination so many times, to draw the frequency response curve of the feedback amplifier before applying the feedback and also after applying the feedback. In that time we have to draw the curve, mark all these points along with the gain bandwidth product, and these expressions you have to write. You will get 3 marks. They will not ask you to write the explanation. The diagram should be proper, and these before feedback, after feedback also have to mention. If you interchange it, that will be completely get 0 mark. So mention and bandwidth expression along with these frequency expressions. Any doubts regarding this, please text me. Now let's look into the problem on bandwidth. Take a problem. An amplifier has a mid-frequency gain of 400 and lower and upper cutoff frequencies are 100 Hz and 10 kHz. A negative feedback network with 0.01 is applied. Calculate gain with feedback and new bandwidth. So what they have given, if this is the frequency response curve, lower and upper cutoff frequencies 10 kilo and 100. So what will be the bandwidth? 10 kilo minus 100 10,000 minus 100, it will be 9,900. 9.9 kilohertz is the bandwidth without feedback. So new bandwidth we have to calculate, and so gain, okay, gain with feedback, that is AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. A is 400, 1 plus 400 into beta is 0.01, so 400 divided by 1 plus 4, that is 400 by 5. 80 is the gain with the feedback, and bandwidth is equal to, it increases, so bandwidth into 1 plus A beta, bandwidth without feedback into 1 plus beta. Bandwidth with feedback increases by the factor 1 plus A beta, so increases in the sense you should multiply with that factor. So that is 9.9 kilohertz. Let me write 10 to the power of 3. 1 plus A beta, 400 into 0.01, that will be 5. 49.5 kilohertz will be the bandwidth after feedback. Before feedback it was 9.9 kilohertz, and after feedback it will be 49.5 kilohertz. Okay. Okay, with the next problem, it is the RC coupled amplifier. Excuse me. The RC coupled amplifier has a mid-frequency gain of 200 and a frequency response from 100 Hz to 20 kHz. A negative feedback network with 0.02 feedback factor is applied. Determine the new system performance. What in all we have to calculate actually new system in what they have given. A is they have given. It is 200. So we have to new system AF we have to calculate, and bandwidth F1 they have given. F1 is 100 Hz. So F1 dash we have to calculate. F2 they have given, that is 20 kilohertz. F2 dash we have to calculate. Then bandwidth we have to calculate. Bandwidth and bandwidth with feedback. Also we should ensure that gain bandwidth product should be equal. Okay. Now AF we can calculate using the formula AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. A is 200. Calculate yourself. 200 into feedback fraction is 0.02. 200 divided by 1 plus 4, it is 5. So AF is equal to 40. Gain was 200, but with feedback it has been decreased up to 40. So F1 dash I will calculate. F1 dash is a lower cutoff frequency which decreases. So F1 dash is equal to F1 divided by 1 plus A beta. 1 plus A beta will be 5 by this. So F1 is what? 100 Hz, and it will be equal to 20 Hz. F2 dash is equal to F2 into 1 plus A beta, whereas F2 dash is the higher cutoff frequency which increases. So I am taking a product of these two. So F2 is 20 kilohertz into 5, that then it is 100 kilohertz is the F2 dash. Now F2 minus F1 is the bandwidth of before feedback, that is 20 kilo minus 100 hertz. 20,000 minus 100 is 19,900, 19.9 kilohertz it will be. If bandwidth with feedback is equal to F2 dash minus F1 dash, that is 100 kilohertz. Let me write on top. Bandwidth with feedback is equal to F2 dash minus F1 dash. 100 kilohertz that we have calculated minus F1 dash is 20 hertz. 100 kilo, 100, 3 zeros you have to put. So 99.9 kilohertz will be the 99.98 kilohertz it will be. 99,098, it is 1,99,980 it will be. So 99.98 kilohertz will be the bandwidth after feedback. Before feedback it was before feedback is 19.9 kilohertz. After feedback it is 99.98 kilohertz. So let's calculate the gain bandwidth product. A into bandwidth, that is gain without feedback, is 200 into 19.9 kilo. Calculate this, and AF into bandwidth after feedback, that is AF is that we have calculated reduced to 40 I guess, yes, 40 into 99.98 kilo. So calculate both, will get around, both should be equal, 3980 and 3990 approximately equal these values. Therefore you can tell the gain bandwidth product will be constant for the amplifier. So if the problem is asked, you have to calculate all these things. Okay. Okay. The next problem on bandwidth as well as output impedance. The gain of the amplifier is 50. That is, A is given 50. Output resistance is, that is Z0 is equal to 2.5 kilo ohm. A negative feedback is applied so that output impedance reduces to 500 ohm. So Z0F is 500 ohm. Find the value of beta by using these two impedances along with A. If the bandwidth before feedback is 200 kilohertz, then what is the new bandwidth? Okay, we have a formula for output impedance. Z0F is equal to Z0 divided by 1 plus A beta. Z0 is given, that is 2.5 kilo. 2.5 into 10 to the power of 3. 1 plus A is 50. Beta we don't know, but Z0 also we know. Z0F is given, that is 500 ohm. So this can be written as 2.5 into 10 to the power of 3 is equal to 500 plus 25,000 beta or 25 into 10 to the power of 3 you can write. So 2.5, that is 2.5 minus 500, 2000, 25,000, it is, this can be written as 2500 minus 500 is equal to 25 into 10 to the power of 3 beta. So it is 2000 divided by 25. So beta value will be, calculate this, beta will get as 0.08 or 8%. So beta we have got, simplify using calculator, 25,000 minus 500 will be 2000 divided by 25. 2000 divided by 25 will be 8 into the power of minus 3 it is. So 8%, sorry, 2000 divided by 25 is, calculate that. Next we have to calculate .08 it will be, and 8% you can write. So we have to calculate bandwidth after feedback, that is bandwidth into 1 plus A beta. Bandwidth is given 200 into 10 to the power of 3, 200 kilohertz into 1 plus A beta. A is 50, beta is beta is 0.08. So calculate this, you will get bandwidth with feedback will be around 1 megahertz. Just verify using calculator. See, it will be 4 plus 5 0.4 it will be, sorry, wait, 5 8s are 40, it will be 40 4 plus 1 5, 5 2s are 10, 1000 into 3, so 1 megahertz it is correct. So this is how we'll solve the problem. All the problems here we have solved in this chapter will be asked for 3 marks. It's a compulsory question, and derivations what we have done, that will be asked for 5 marks. Any doubts, please text me. And this ends the feedback in amplifiers. In the next session we are going to start a new chapter, that is op amp. Okay, thank you.